Hello YouTube, TMNT 2005 here with a review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We got Mutagen Man, Squirrelanoid, and Kirby Bat. 3 new figures from the new series. So let's take a look at their packaging. They all have this as seen in the TMNT TV show Season 2 sticker on them. Here you have Mutagen Man, Pulverizer Goo Mobilize, and of course on the bottom it shows us how to put ooze in him, or that we can rather put ooze in him and fill him up and put it in his hand and squeeze his hand and ooze will drip out of him. On the back we see a bio about him. We see weapons, ooze-filled body and oozing hands. His team affiliation is the Krang. For the advertisement for the Turtles figures, we see Battle Shell Turtles, Splinter, April, Metalhead, Casey Jones, Leatherhead, Turtles in Training, and Kirby Bat. Villains, we see Snake, Weed Rat King, Krang, Cockroach Terminator, Mutagen Man, Squirrelanoid. Those are all Krang affiliated. And then for Shredder, Foot Clan affiliated, we have Shredder, Foot Soldier, Mousers, Baxter, Dog Pounder, Fish Face, and Razar. So Razar and Casey Jones will be next when we get them. So moving along, we have Squirrelanoid, giant mutated biting squirrel. Again, his affiliation is Krang, and we have his bio about being a giant mutated squirrel. And then on the bottom, we see they tell us he's got a movable inner mouth, which we will take a look at as well. And finally, we have Kirby Bat, snarling winged bat. They show us how to reattach his wings if they come off. It's actually really simple. It's just, put them back in the peg. We see weapons, huge jaws, Team Ninja Turtles. Squirrelanoid's weapons was fangs and long tongue. I didn't mention that. And then a thing about him being, April's father Kirby, and he turns into a bat. Same, advertisements of figures that we had on the last 2 figures. So nothing new there. All 3 come with this little. Let's stand this up a little more. This pamphlet, right? Of buy our other stuff. We see here, if I can open it all the way. There's nothing new that we hadn't already seen on this for these figures, right? We've already seen all these. There's the flingers, talking power, sound effects, throw and battle, large battle shells, role play toys. On the back, we see a plethora of vehicles and the mutagen ooze. Plenty of vehicles, a patrol buggy, Raph and Mikey, Leo and Donnie, and you combine all 4. The stealth bike, AT3, skateboard, motorcycles, shell razor, remote control shell razor, sewer lair playset, and the anchovy lair, or anchovy alley, playset. So that's what they want us to go buy. So let's take a look at the figures, starting with Mutagen Man. Right, so here he is. Right now, this was Pulverizer, and he got covered in ooze and turned into a piling, goopy, organy mess. And then he gets put in this body, and he is Mutagen Man. Right, so you can see all like the green or yellowy clear goop on the arms. You can see inside it's all clear. You can see the inside of the organs. I guess his little talking box lets him speak. The legs just pretty much do this and twist. They actually will move in and out. I guess he can dance or something, I don't know. Arms, this hand turns, and then this arm can go back and forth here and twist. This arm just goes back and forth and twist. There's no other, oh no, never mind. The fist does rotate. Okay, so we have that articulation, and then if I twist this here, which actually is hard to do at first. Mine's moving quick, easily because I did it a lot to make it go. And pull, you can fill up in there with the ooze, and then this is basically what's left of the poor boy. This mass of pink organs. It's actually really gross looking, but at the same time, kind of cool. So there's that. That's a thing. That's what we're doing. Next up is the Squirrelanoid, right? So you can see this was a squirrel, and now it's all freaky horror movie looking thing. This piece, let me this piece right here, if you can see where my finger is, lets that inner mouth move in and out, alien style, or whatever. So that's a thing. The head can rotate and turn. The arms, right, shoulders, wrist, no elbow articulation, but we do have the wrist and the shoulder. The big old tail, which can move back and forth. Kind of cool looking tail. The legs, right, back and forth and around. No knee joints, foot joint, right there to let it twist. And that's kind of about it for Squirrelanoid. None of these really have accessories like we saw with, like the turtles and stuff, or like we'll see with Casey, because he'll have weapons and stuff. But this is, just a figure. And then Kirby Bat here. April's dad has become this freaky looking thing. He got this elongated skull with his brain, the big bat nose, bat ears, and a beard. Right, he got that red-headed beard. The ears don't move, but they are pretty rubbery. The wings can move. You got these hands on the ends of them, right? So that's pretty neat. They're flappable. They're nice and soft. This arm is actually molded to his body. This one can move, however, back and forth and up and down. No wrist or elbow, however, just the shoulder. Legs can go back and forth and out. No knee or foot joints on him. He has this tail thing going on that's kind of weird, to be honest. And like this brain thing. Pretty freaky looking trio of figures. But that's okay. That's you get that sometimes with turtles. That's actually part of the fun of this one, is they've had some kind of freaky looking things. I don't know if I can get them back to stand. These two, this one and Squirrelanoid, are a bit weird at standing just because the way their feet are shaped, but you can do it. And Kirby Bat does come with his own little bat, so that's also a thing. I don't know why. He has a little extra bat. Like, he can't really hold it or do anything with it, but he has a little bat here, so that's fun. But I definitely like these figures. They are pretty nice. So if you like those characters, want to expand your collection of characters from the show, have a few new mutants and different things, then definitely pick them up. They're fun. I like them. They're freaky looking. I don't know if I'd let them around a small child. You might get scared. But whatever. More Turtles fun. I'm excited to get Casey Jones and Razar. Hopefully those come out soon, or hit the stores soon, so I can pick them up. We'll have those reviewed and whatever else is coming next. There's a bunch of releases coming out soon, so we will see what happens. So until next time, check out the podcast, RapFansRealms.com, for your latest Toku news and some crazy turtle action in the craziest way possible. And as always, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!